I wanted to explain user input routing for the Behringer X32 and the Midas M32. Originally, these consoles were limited to soft patching only in blocks of 8. Firmware 4 changed that. You can now patch any of the channels anywhere. It's common to have a stage box on AES-50 at the stage, and then want to connect something like at least a video playback or a wireless mic at front of house into a local channel. How you do that is simple, but it can seem more complicated than it really is. Let's say you have a stage box like the DL32 at the stage on AES-50 for channels 1 through 32. And you want to connect an RF mic back at front of house into local channel 14. To do that, we'll need to utilize user routing. Once you're in the routing screen on the console, tab over to the User tab. You still have to build your custom routing within blocks of 8, but any channels can be in that block of 8. Since we want channel 14 to be local, we need to choose the 9 through 16 block. One thing that trips some people up is that we need to assign all of the channels within this user block of channels. So that means we need to tell it channel 9 is an AES-50 channel. Channel 10 is AES-50. Channel 11 is AES-50. Everything except channel 14, which is the channel that we want to be local. So channel 14 gets assigned as local. Once we've assigned all of our channels in this block of 8 to be what we want, we still have another step. We have to go back to the normal input routing tab. And then we have to scroll down and tell the console to use the user inputs on our selected block of channels. In this example, user 9 through 16. And for live audio, that's it. You can assign any channels anywhere by following this basic example. Let's look at how this works on Xedit. On Xedit, it's essentially the same. On the User Input tab, you have to make your choices on a couple places on the graph here. Like this. The idea is still the same, to assign every channel within that block of 8 to whatever channels you want those to be. And once that's done, you still have to go back to the regular Input tab, just like on the console, and tell it to use that user block of channels. So that's for our live audio patching. But what about if you're recording? I know some people will be recording either to the live card and to their SD cards, or to a DAW via USB. Just like always, you'll need to tell the card which channels to record from if you're recording the show. And if you're using user routing, just make sure that you tell the card to listen to your user input block or blocks of channels. In this example, it's our AES-50 channels, and it's the user input block at 9 through 16 that we need to assign. I see so many videos making this seem more complicated than it really needs to be. Once you understand the basics, you can more easily extrapolate to more channels and more extensive soft patching schemes. Putting your inputs in a logical order can make a sound check flow much more efficiently. Here's a video showing a sound check in action. Leave any questions below. There are links in the text below. Thanks to the patrons. Thanks for watching. Check out the other videos, and I will see you next time.